Hi everyone, you're on Life in Colors 55 and today I'm doing my July favorites, a bit late, but anyway. So I'm gonna start with my perfume. It's Chloe, it's the Eau de Toilette, I believe. You can differentiate them by the color of their ribbons. There's like a black ribbon and also another color. This one is the lightest I think they have. And I think it's a gorgeous scent. If you don't know it yet, you should check it out. It's really beautiful and the packaging I find is so classy. Oh, there's a little bit of a duel going on between cat number 1 and cat number 2. The second thing that I was really liking this month were very vibrant nail polish colors. One of them I've told you about already, and it's the cherry popsicle color that is a bright red, very 80s by Sephora. It's the Sephora nail polish brand. What I really like about it is that, I don't know if you can see this, but the paddle is ginormous. It's like bigger than OPI brushes. Like, I don't know if you can see this. But anyway, so it's huge, so the application is really easy. And the nail polish is good quality. I think it lasts very long from memory, but I've been using it several times this month and I really like it. The second nail polish I've really liked this month is a surprising color because I would never have picked it, but I received it in a swap, and it's called it's a brand called Ginger Plus Liz, and this is a color collection in the color Reality Check. And it's, I don't know if you can tell the difference between the two of them. I've noticed that before when I did my nails on camera you couldn't tell the difference. But to me it's really different. This one is very red and this one is a vibrant pink color. Like, you know, a cheesy flamingo plastic, a plastic flamingo. This is the color this is. So very nice, very vibrant, very good. And also it lasts an amazing amount of time. It's amazing. Like, I think I had it on my nails for 4 days and it didn't chip, so really good quality, very happy. Alright, on to actual makeup. So my new love, Chanel Vitalumière. This is a gorgeous foundation. I've been using it now for the better part of 2 months, and I use it religiously every morning. Hey guys, come on, be nice. Anyway, I use Chanel Vitalumière every morning. It's really a good foundation. It doesn't have a lot of coverage per se, but it's very easy to use to have like to unify your whole complexion, and the quality is really good. And even when it's been hot, it hasn't melted so much. So I'm really happy about it. I'm gonna do a separate video where I'm gonna review it and tell you all the pros and cons. But altogether, out of all the foundations I've tried in a long time, I think this is the best one I've tried in a lot of years. Also, I bought the Bobbi Brown concealer, and usually concealers are completely a mess for me. They're usually, sorry it's a bit gross, but they're usually either too creamy and so they slide right off my face, or they're too dry and so they accentuate the problem, you know, the blemishes, instead of just covering them. So concealers are really difficult for me to find a good balance, and this one, I don't know how Bobbi Brown did it, but it's a great concealer. It's the exact same color as the Vitalumière, and so, by the way, if you for color correspondence, I'm NC20 at MAC. For Chanel, I'm number 20, called Clair, or Cameo, Intensity 1, and for Bobbi Brown, I'm Ivory. So if you're the same color, that way you can know which color to buy in each brand. And these two are a perfect match, because if you have like a little blemish or a discoloration somewhere on your face, you can use this in combination with the foundation, and they're exactly the same color. For the face also, I've discovered, also received in a swap, this the NYX blushes, and they're amazing. This one is called Angel, and it's a porcelain pink color that is really flattering for when you're very pale. And I really like the pigmentation of NYX blushes. Basically, they're so pigmented, but that I just need to put like my brush in it once, and I already have nearly too much color, and this is really a really pale pink, so I can't imagine what it would be if it were like a super dark pink. And I'm not even using a dense brush, I'm using a 150. So you can see they're pretty pigmented. The consistency is very nice, very finely milled, not as finely milled as, for example, an Illamasqua blush, but very good quality. And I'd say it lasts about 3 or 4 hours on my cheeks. So you know, when I come back from work, I don't have any on my cheeks anymore. But you know, for the price, it's a really good quality blush. Alright, on to eyes. So for eyes this month, I've been absolutely in love with the creaseless cream shadows by Benefit. This stuff is amazing, guys. Like, I've read since that on Makeup Alley that MAC paint pots are actually not the best paint pots or cream shadows that you can find out there. But I didn't know this, and so I thought, you know, MAC being MAC, that everything was good quality, and that I could just like buy paint pots there and I'd have the best paint pot out there. But it turns out that Benefit has way better paint pots. So I'd say the main difference is consistency, because the MAC paint pots are so hard and they dry up pretty fast, and so basically after a while it's kind of difficult to get an even application of the product, because it'll be so dry that it's difficult to apply. But with the creamless cream shadows by creaseless, not creamless, creaseless cream shadows by Benefit, it is so creamy. It's like butter. It's like it slides. It's amazing. Okay, so just a little word of caution. I've worn it yesterday. I've worn it every day in July, but I've worn it yesterday on its own and it creased. But I have been wearing it today with eyeshadow, and it doesn't crease. So I don't know. I think as a base, they're amazing. As a cream shadow, like just on its own, I'm not sure it would be the best choice. This one is called Bunny Hop, and it's a lovely, very pale champagne pink color, and it has a slight blue shimmery undertones. And so that is gorgeous. Today I'm wearing only matte eyeshadows, and when I look at myself in the mirror from up close, it actually shines anyway. Because of the creaseless cream shadow that is actually shining through the matte eyeshadow. So it sort of gives a very subtle hint of color, very discreet, very subtle, very beautiful. And some more eye stuff. This month I also got, it was a really good month for makeup. I got so many swaps and stuff. I got 2 new brushes, and as I've said before once in one of my other videos, I mainly have the Sigma kit, and so and a few odds and ends, you know, like 2 MAC brushes, but mainly what I'm gonna say applies in comparison to the Sigma brush. I've bought Sonia Kashuk brushes, which are supposed to be the best brush buy in a drugstore price range, together with Echo Tools. So I've gotten a set that came with a cork clutch bag. And the cork clutch bag is actually really cute, but I'm just showing it to you so that you'll know which set I'm talking about. They have 2 cork sets, and either of the 2 comes with those 2 brushes. And basically the ones I prefer out of the whole set are these 2. This one is the eyeshadow application brush, the one you use to put eyeshadow all over your lid, and this one is the one that looks like the pencil eyeshadow brush, meaning that it's the one that I use to put the color in the outer crease. And they're amazing. I mean, compared to the Sigma brushes, I haven't used the Sigma brushes in a month since I received this. The application, they pick up a lot of product. The application is flawless. You don't have to mess around for hours to get the result you want. And especially this one I like best. It's the one that I use for the outer crease, because the Sigma one and the MAC one, from what I understand, because they're exact dupes of each other, are really small and very dense and very hard. And so when I try to apply the color in the outer crease, it gets a very concentrated, very dark application of the eyeshadow. Whereas with this one, it's fluffier, it's longer, it's not as tapered. And so when I apply it, it sort of like diffuses the color on a larger area. So I guess if you have really small eyes, that's not going to be the eye brush for you. But if you have eyes like mine, for example, that are hooded eyes, then it's going to be really interesting because you're going to be able to apply the color above the crease of your eyelid, and so it's going to be much easier to make the shape that you need to counteract the hooded eyelid. And after that, I use my normal, Sigma blending brush to just to get the color to be a little less intense. But I recommend Sonia Kashuk brushes for eyes. The one for the blush that I have, the Sonia Kashuk blush brush, is not as mind-blowing as those two, which are really good. Also in eyes and Sonia Kashuk, I got as an extra from a really lovely girl with whom I was swapping. She threw in an extra brush that I hadn't asked for, and I'm so glad that she did. It's a bent eyeliner brush, also by Sonia Kashuk, and I think it's a really decent brush. It's not the finest one you've ever seen, but it's the first one I'm using, and it's better than the Coastal Scents I had before. That one I just swapped for. But this one is pretty hard, and so basically it doesn't bend too much, and it doesn't come to a very fine point, but it's good enough for my purpose. And I've been using it with the Stila Smudge Pot in black, and this stuff is amazing. Like, I've only been using Cajal pencils for like as long as I've been putting stuff on my eyes. I've been using pencils, and I didn't even know you could do this. I thought it was either pencils or liquid eyeliner, but I didn't know there was this option until I started watching YouTube. And so I was like a bit curious to try it, and so when I had the opportunity to get a set by Stila, I chose one where I could get a smudge pot in it. And this is amazing. I haven't touched my pencils practically since I've gotten these two things. So basically, the difference with pencils is that the application is much more precise, and and the line is way thinner. The thing that would frustrate me every morning when I use pencils was that when I was trying to do a very fine line and just like skim the outer part of my lashes, I would always get like this very thick line that I didn't want. And with this, you can just go exactly to the root of your lashes and just like line it very discreetly, and it just emphasizes the blackness of your lashes and makes it look like you've put more mascara than you actually have, without actually creating a 60s eyeliner look, with a Amy Winehouse sort of look. So I think that's a really good option if you want something subtle and discreet. And in terms of wear and in terms of quality of this smudge pot, I think, well, it's the only one I have, but I think it's really good compared to my pencils, and I have the Stila and I have the Prestige Intense Liner. Compared to those two pencils, the smudge pot is really good. I like the blackness of it, I like the thinness of the line, and I like the fact that it stays on my eyelids all day. So what else can you ask for, right? Alright, in terms of eyeshadow combination, what I did this month, you've seen my haul for Wet n Wild eyeshadows. I think they're amazing. For the price I paid, I think it was €1.25. I mean, €1. You can't beat that, unless it's free. But basically, like, I've been reaching for this eyeshadow every single day since I've had it, and this is the Mauve Magic by Wet n Wild. If you don't have this eyeshadow, run to the nearest drugstore and get it. It's amazing. It's like a lighter sable. It's like a sable in lighter, or it's maybe a satin taupe in a little bit more beigey. It's amazing. It fits in your MAC palette. You just buy it in its little plastic pot, you depot it, and you put it in your palette, and wonderful stuff. Just get it. And here's a swatch. I don't know if you can see this. Probably gonna be blurry, but here you go. And I've been pairing it with mostly handwritten, which is right here. And I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed these July favorites, and that you found them useful. If you have any ideas of what I could shoot next as a video, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.